What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'd be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples, Peep Squad is in the building, baby. So let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about Watch What Happens Live with Andy. It was Quad. She was there and she came through, but she didn't really show out like we expected her to. And also Marlo Hampton, she was there and she handled her business too as well. But it seems just like the reunion was dry, part 2, and also Watch What Happens Live was kind of dry, but we're gonna get into the situation. Quad was asked about her relationship with Jamal Bryant and things and that nature about their relationship. So Quad said that Jamal Bryant, he's cool, he's down to earth, she likes him, blase and a third, they know each other. But then she was asked the question, what do you think about Monique Samuel's receipts on Giselle and Jamal? And she was like, oh, I love me a good book. I love me a good book of receipts, baby. It could be Exodus, it could be Genesis, and then you got the Monique receipts. I was like, okay, I'm feeling that situation. I like that. But Quad just basically, she seems a little off. It seems like something's going on with Quad. I don't feel like she feels like she's connected to Married to Medicine anymore, or she really wants to be done with the situation. But moving on from that, let's get into the Marlo Hampton situation. Marlo Hampton was asked some questions too as well. Why was she so skeptical about, Kandi Burruss and Porsha Williams' friendship? And basically Marlo said she think it's fake. I was like, what? And basically she goes, a week ago they wasn't even friends, and all of a sudden after the dungeon they're all friends, and Porsha's running around saying my Kandi. And she basically don't believe the situation. She believes that Kandi Burruss has some tea on Porsha or vice versa. But she goes, something happened, something went down, because they totally changed right after the dungeon party. So it seems like Marlo Hampton thinks something's going on with Kandi Burruss and Porsha Williams, that they finally do. Oh Lord have mercy, what is going on? But let's not forget Cynthia Bailey. Cynthia Bailey, like, come on, Cynthia. I forgot to mention this in the reunion review. Well, Cynthia Bailey didn't even get a prenup yet. Like, what's going on? She says she's waiting on it. She don't know. Marlo basically says, Cynthia probably don't want to get that prenup now because Mike Hill's going to be making some money because he got that new job in Atlanta, baby. So we're going to see what happens with this situation. Cynthia's probably not going to get the prenup, and Mike Hill might not want the prenup, but Cynthia better be careful because she has lost in love a few times. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy. Cynthia Bailey, get it together. What is going on? So back to Marlo Hampton. Marlo Hampton just feels like everything is fugazi. She don't believe none of it. I was like, damn, Marlo, Porsha and Kandi can't be cool. They can't be cordial to each other. Like, shit. Marlo says she ain't buying the situation at all. Now let's talk about Quad. Quad was asked the question about when it comes to her and Dr. Heavenly. Like, why did she just get so mad when it came to the emojis? And when it comes down to the situation, Quad basically is saying all Dr. Heavenly do is talk shit about her on her YouTube channel. And, Heavenly been wanting it. Heavenly been talking ish about her. And it is what it is. She said she been talking for months about me. I was like, damn, Quad. Dr. Heavenly and Quad was so cool, so together. And all of a sudden now they don't even like each other. Quad said she didn't, overstep. She said, so Marlo was asked too, why do she care about what's going on? Why is she doing an investigation like Kenya Moore? Like, why does she care what people was doing? So this was the question that Marlo was asked on Watch What Happens Live, and she responded that she don't care, but she said the next morning she knew everything that happened that went down. So basically she's saying that Kandi gave her all the information, and she got some information from Kenya Moore too as well. But basically all the information came from Miss Kandi Burruss on Porsha Williams, so she already knew what was going on and what was happening. So why didn't you warn your friend? And also, why would Marlo want to ask Porsha if she did it with Bolo on national TV? I know Marlo wants to know because she feels like they are friends, but at the same damn time, she can't be out here on national TV telling people who she slept with, who she didn't sleep with. But Marlo says that she knows everything that's going on with Porsha. She knows everything. She knows who she's dating. She knows who she's seeing. She knows her secrets. She knows a whole lot of information about Porsha Williams. I was like, damn, with friends like this, you don't need enemies. But it is what it is. They beef, and I guess they ain't friends. Porsha feel a certain type of way about Marlo. She feels Marlo is two-faced. Marlo done switched up on her. Marlo done changed on her. Marlo done did all this on her, baby. So it's just one of them situations. I was like, damn, baby, it is going down with that situation. So in any event, Marlo says she got the tea on Porsha, and she never told her business yet. That she knows what Porsha's doing, who she doing it with, and everything else like that shit. Sometimes you got to keep things a secret. Sometimes you can't tell people your business, because if you do, it's going to be thrown back up in your face. I was like, Lord have mercy. And when we get down to the situation, Marlo believes that Cynthia Bailey did not get a prenup yet because she's hoping that Mike Hill will bring in some money, baby. And also, Marlo was asked, do she believe the receipts of Sidora about her husband Ralph actually, being, at the restaurant and actually, not going to the strip club, not doing anything bad, not doing anything wrong. And Marlo said, hell no. He was up on the boulevard. He was at the strip club. He was doing whatever he wanted to do. So do you guys believe that Ralph, when he was out there in Tampa, was he cheating on Drew? Was he out there having a good time? Was he out there visiting people? What was going on? Do you think Ralph really just bounced and cheated on Drew? Like, Lord have mercy. You talking about some shady-ish? It is what it is. So where do you think Ralph was? Was Ralph out there getting his or no? It is what it is. I was like, And also, Milo Hampton was asked about the situation. If the women wanted to bring their children, why didn't they just bring their children? And Marlo was like, if they wanted to bring their children, they should have just brought their children. It's okay. And also, Marlo was asked, do she think it was fair, that Kenya brought her child and the other ladies didn't bring their children? And so she says she thinks it's okay, because if Kenya wanted to bring her child, she brought her child. Marlo said if she wanted to bring her nephews, she would have brought her nephews. Nobody would have stopped to a point blank period. It is what it is. And if Kandi and if Drew and Porsha wanted to bring their babies, they could have brought their babies, point blank period. But only thing is, it should have been an offer. Since the offer wasn't there, this is the reason why they can say, hey, listen, you brought your baby, but I couldn't bring my baby. So after watching Real Housewives of Potomac, extend the offer to the other ladies. That's the best thing to do. So Kenya was wrong in not telling the ladies they could bring their baby, because she was basically bringing Brooklyn there on the low, because production and producers, didn't want you to actually bring your children, and she wasn't going to leave her baby in Atlanta. That don't make no sense at all, point blank period. And also, Marlo was asked, why was she keying, with Kenya Moore? Because, when Marlo and Kenya Moore made up, and Marlo basically was given a lowdown, given a drop on a situation, basically saying that she did hear some noises, she did hear something, or whatever the case may be. But Marlo said that she didn't really say nothing because everybody knew everything that was going on. She wasn't really saying nothing. She wasn't really telling Porsha's business. But on TV, Marlo, it looked like as soon as you got good with Kenya, the first thing you did is say, girl, you was not lying about Porsha, because I heard it too. So Marlo, did you hear the noises, or did Kandi tell you about the noises? So what's going on with that situation? And Marlo was also asked, like, is she going to be careful, when it comes down to Kenya Moore and, being friends with her? And Marlo was like, I ain't worried about Kenya Moore. Kenya Moore cannot, persuade me or manipulate me, because I am my boss. I put the bar up. Like, I don't play no games. So basically, Marlo is saying that she cannot be used by Kenya Moore at all. And, she's a boss and can't nobody use her. So I was like, okay, it is what it is with that situation. She said she put the bars up. Basically, she should say that, she has a barrier up, and, she's waiting for something to happen if it does happen. And, there was like, why? And then Andy asked, Marlo, why did you want to make a Bolo situation? Because some people think that Marlo Hampton made up with Kenya more because she wanted to use the situation with Bolo as a storyline to go against her girlfriend, her girl, Porsha. But in any event, Marlo said that didn't happen. I was like, okay. The way that Marlo and Porsha ended was terrible. Like, it didn't even really make any sense. You know what I mean? Marlo was basically, she went off and she was asking, Porsha questions because she didn't believe Porsha because she was hearing stories from everybody else. And Porsha knew that. So Porsha had her guards up with Marlo, and then from there, Porsha thought that Marlo was trying to play her and use her and asking her if she slept with Bolo on camera while they're recording, while they're staff in the room and everything else like that. But in any event, it is what it is. Marlo said that she had the right to know because that's her friend. Her and Porsha get down together. Her and Porsha hang together. Her and Porsha be chilling at one another's house without any cameras around. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. Do you think that Marlo deserved any information about whether Bolo and Porsha slept together? I don't think it's any of her business, but like if they was cool and they was friends, maybe off camera I would tell you, but I probably wouldn't even tell you off camera because, being on a reality TV show and where other ladies like this getting the drop and getting the tea on you, can boost somebody's career. So I would be keeping my mouth closed. I wouldn't say anything point blank, period. And also, we find out that Phaedra Parks might be stepping in the building on Monday. And she's going to be asked the question whether Phaedra Parks think that her and Kandi can actually, mend fences and be friends. What do you guys think about that situation? So Phaedra Parks is going to be asked that question on Monday, and we are going to talk about it to see what's good with that situation. I was like, Lord have mercy, it is going down. So I told you Andy was going to get first dibs at Phaedra Parks, and he showed this. She's going to be the first one on the show. And Marlo was asked the question, what does she think about what Porsha said about her, that she's a felon with a lisp? I was like, Lord have mercy, they really asked Marlo that question. That was so shady. Marlo said it was funny. She told the truth. That's the first time Porsha ever told the truth about anything. And she said, yes, she does have a lisp. She does have a problem because she used to stutter. And basically, when she was a child, her foster mother got her a coach, a speech therapist, basically to help her because she used to stutter a lot. And she basically changed, how she speaks. And she speaks a whole lot better than she used to speak before. And she is not ashamed at all. So I was like, okay. Then we move on to Quad. Then Quad was basically asked the question, why did you dog out Toya? Why you talking about Toya on Instagram? Why are you doing this to Toya on Instagram? Why are you doing that? And basically, Quad was like, I'll tell you the truth about it later on. So Quad is going to drop the tea and the receipts on allegedly when it comes to Toya beg, borrow, stealing, and taking out all types of personal loans for her new house. And she said Toya thought that she can shade her and down her because at the time Quad didn't have a place like Toya. She was living in a townhouse. So basically she felt like Toya wanted to shade her and down her because she don't got no home, she never bought a house or whatever. But I think what Quad was insinuating that she got a home now. It is what it is. I was just like, Lord have mercy. So that is why, she was shading the shit out of Toya on Instagram and Twitter. So we move back to Marlo's situation. So Marlo got a whole lot going on. She's going to play this game called Pick Your Peach. I was like, that is so shady because Marlo wants a peach. Now you're going to play these games with her. Pick your peach. Like, Lord have mercy. What is really going on with this situation? But in any event, Marlo was asked some questions. Who would you trust with a secret, Kenya or Porsha? And basically she says she will trust Kenya with a secret. I was like, ooh, wait. Oh, Lord have mercy. It is going down. Also, Marlo was asked the question, who has better taste than man, Porsha or Kenya? And she said neither. I was like, yeah, I feel you with that. On point. Marlo was also asked the question, who is a more loyal friend, Kenya or Porsha? And basically she said neither. I was like, shit. Marlo was asked too, who's the biggest pot stirrer, Porsha or Kenya? She said Kenya. Who would you rather go into their closet, raid their closet? She said Kenya. Who has more money in the bank? Marlo said Kenya. Oh, emoji language. She said she understands English and leave it as that. I was like, oh shit. So she's feeling a certain type of way about the situation. I was like, go ahead, Quad. Quad is not feeling Dr. Heavenly at all. And then Quad dropped some gems. She dropped some jewels. Quad basically said when it comes down to Dr. Jackie and Dr. Simone, that they faked it for the show. And that's the same thing Toya was saying. And basically, Quad is saying that Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie has not talked since filming. They don't talk to each other. They don't call each other. They ain't friends. And Quad should know that information because she still kind of talks to Heavenly and she still talks to Dr. Jackie and she talks to Anila. So it is what it is. So Simone and Dr. Jackie, y'all really gonna be beefing over some TV shit after 20 years? Like, that is crazy. And also Quad basically respond, has she talked to her ex-husband Dr. Gregory? And she said no, she has not talked to him, but she is out here dating and doing her things. She is dating a few people. I was like, come on girl, come on. And also Andy asked Quad, the thirst trap that she posted on Instagram trying to trap somebody. And she goes, I ain't never thirsty. I am well watered down. I was like, there you go, Quad. Come through with it, baby girl. So she definitely did come through with the situation. And she let Andy know that I'm not a thirst trap. I'm not thirsty. I'm posting pictures because I want to. But her Instagram, she got nothing but sexy pictures on there. And also, Quad was asked, what does she think about Carrie and Lisa Nicole? She said, well, they ain't working. They ain't busy. Why not have them on the show? I was like, Lord. And they're free. She said they are free. So basically, I guess Carrie and Lisa Nicole are not getting paid to be on Married to Medicine. They are working for free, and Quad is making fun of that situation. What is going on? Let's get to Marlo.